評級。
If you guys can learn how to talk to new people and do what Helen did last night, I promise you this group will grow really fast.
如果大家可以學曉點樣同一啲陌生人去傾偈啦、溝通啦，同埋建立關係嘅話，我可以確保在座任何一個都可以你個名單裏邊不斷有新人加入。
Don't prejudge them.
記住唔好評估判斷。
It's really easy. Maybe they're a doctor, maybe they're a professional, maybe they're a business owner.
咁基本上係簡單到，可能你名單上面每日識嘅人可以係一啲好專業嘅人喎，醫生啊、律師啊、護士啊。
Whatever they say, I'm a driver, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm going to say, wow, you're perfect for my type of business.
咁無論佢嘅工作係乜嘢都好，或泥都好啦，你都覺哇，即刻好驚訝咁，你一定係好適合去做，同我一齊去做我嘅生意㗎。
And then you just add them to your names list and either invite them to an OPP like tonight, or set up a one-on-one with them.
咁好簡單啦，攞到佢嘅關係之後，就即刻喺自己名單上面列低啦，跟住邀約佢嚟我哋嘅啲試飲會啦、OPP 啦，跟住就將商機分享俾佢。
Okay, build your list.
所以不斷增加你嘅名單。
All right. So the next topic that we're going to move to right now.
咁下一個 topic 我哋去。
Is we're going to talk about the invitation. Now that you've built your list, you want to know how to build relationships with these people and how to invite these people to the OPP to a one-on-one.
好啦，下一個 topic 頭先講咗名單嘅重要性啦，咁而家我教大家點樣去邀約，點樣邀約呢一啲人，從而同呢一班人建立一個好嘅關係。
Okay, now I believe that the relationship has to come before the invitation.
記住，你同嗰個人有關係，你先可以邀約到佢出嚟嘅。
There are some people that you can blindly go to and introduce them to the business, and they're going to want to show up.
但雖然係咁講，都係一定係有啲人咧，係你唔需要同佢建立關係，你都可以即刻同佢講商機，係有好小撮嘅一部分人係可以咁嘅。
For most people, you're probably going to scare them away if you don't really know them that well.
但大部分嘅人，如果你冇同佢冇關係，你即刻同佢講商機，都會嚇走佢。
How do you know what it is about Monavie that they're going to be interested in if you don't even know them?
咁你諗下喎，Monavie有幾吸引都好啦，你同佢根本上都唔認識冇關係，佢點會加入你嘅團隊咧
？How do you know that these people wouldn't be more interested in the product than the business?
咁你同佢都唔了解佢，你點知道其實可能佢需要健康多啲咧？其實佢唔需要嗰個商機咧？
Or how do you know that these people wouldn't be more interested in the business rather than the product?
或者可能基本上佢完全對產品冇興趣，佢淨係對個商機有興趣咧？
You have to be able to identify this through building the relationship with these people first. And it might take you over a long period of time, or it might take you over the course of maybe spending some time with them 2 or 3 different times.
所以你要首先了解呢一個人啦，知道佢需要啲乜嘢啦，咁你咧係需要同佢不斷去用2至3次嘅邀約嘅見面時間去了解佢，先知道佢需要啲乜嘅。
And when I start to go through my names list and I find the time to meet with these people,
當我咧喺我名單上面搜尋嘅時候咧，我就會揾機會咧去邀約呢啲人啦出嚟啦。
Then I start with just simple conversation, the same way we've done our entire lives.
咁
I start with just simple conversation when I'm spending time with someone.
我邀約呢啲人出嚟嘅時候咧，基本上同我平時去認識新朋友係幾乎係一模一樣嘅。
And it's nothing different than what we do when we call our family member up or when we call a friend on the phone.
其實係冇乜特別嘅啫，就好似 call 一個新朋友出嚟，或者 call 我家人出嚟見面咁
Or even when you meet a stranger for the first time and you start to just have that simple conversation.
咁咧，你好似一個你約一個第一次見面嘅陌生人啦，你同佢就開始一個新嘅一個對話。
But I do it in order of these things.
咁咧，我通常咧係有一個步驟嘅去了解呢一個人。
I call it the form method.
而咧了解呢個步驟嘅嗰個方法咧係就叫 FORM form。
And what FORM stand for is first family.
究竟呢4個字係代表啲咩咧？咁第一個 F 啦係代表家人啦 family 啦，家庭啦。
Then is occupation.
跟住 O 啦係代表佢嘅 occupation 啦，工作啦。
Then is recreation.
跟住 R recreation 就代表佢嘅一啲娛樂啦，佢嘅興趣啦。
Things they like to do for fun. Things that we
呢
have
一啲
in
係
common.
佢中意玩嘅嘢啦，邊啲係我同佢一啲共同興趣啦。
And then the final one is the motive.
而最後 M 咧就係個 motive，佢嘅一啲動機。
The motive is the reason or intent to even introduce them to Monavie.
咁而咧呢一個係最重要嘅，因為呢個動機係可能會促使到佢，我可以將 Monavie 介紹俾佢嘅。
And I identify the motive by first working through my F, O, and R.
OK， 咁點樣揾到佢嘅 M 咧？佢嘅動機咧就係我一定要循住個次序，首先了解佢嘅家庭、佢嘅工作同埋佢嘅興趣，我先會揾到佢嘅 M 嘅嗰個動機。
So I'm spending time with these people on my list, whether they're a friend, a family member, or even a stranger.
咁所以咧，其實咧，我每一次約呢啲人嘅時候咧，就好似我同我屋企人啊、我嘅朋友出嚟一樣嘅啫。
We could be at tea, we could be at coffee, I could be at my children's school or at their sports practice.
咁可以係餐廳啦，可以係去我小朋友嘅學校啦，可以係一啲活動嘅時候啦。
I could be at dinner or at a party or any type of function.
可以係一個晚餐啦，可以係一個派對啦，可以係任何一啲場合嘅。
Whether it's something that I schedule or just running into them.
可以係我刻意安排嘅，或者可以係臨時，我都可以係呢啲場合嘅。
Usually we always start with talking about the family.
通常咧都由家庭去講先嘅。
Right? Ask how their husband's doing, how their kids are doing, how their parents are doing.
就了解下啊，佢先生太太點啊，嗰啲小朋友點啊。
You know, ask how they are doing.
諗下，你嘅生活又點啊
And the people will start to tell you, you know, about the husband or about the family or about the children.
跟住啲人就會去同你分享啊點啊，我老公又點啊，我老婆點啊，我屋企又點啊。
And usually after you get to know them more, they'll tell you good things and all the bad things.
咁咧佢咧越嚟越對你有信任嘅時候咧，初頭就會講啲好嘢，咁之後咧就開始呻啦，講啲衰嘢俾你聽啦。
Okay? And as you start to identify maybe some problem areas,
跟住咧你就要好小心去留意啊，會唔會有一啲喺你人生裏邊、家庭裏邊棘住嘅位咧？
and you can make a mental note of that for the motive part, for the very ending part.
咁你就即刻喺個腦袋裏邊記住啦。咦，呢一個係個 M， 佢嘅呢個可能係佢其中一個動機。
You're taking a mental note of the problem and trying to figure out how Monavie could be a solution for this problem.
咁而咧，你就要不斷去記住啊，揾到呢個棘住佢嘅地方喎。呢個 Monavie 會唔會係一個解決呢一個問題嘅一個方案咧
Maybe as you're talking about the family, that person might tell you about how their mother who's ill or how their husband who has very bad back problems right now and he's not in the best of moods lately.
或者講到屋企嘅時候，你會留意到佢講啊，阿媽最近唔係咁舒服啊，或者係佢老公啊背部有好多痛症啊，咁你就要留意啦。
Maybe they tell you about how the husband, you know, my husband just lost his job.
或者係佢同你講啊，老公啱啱俾人炒咗。
Or how maybe the wife might tell you how she has to go get a job now because her husband his income cut in half.
或者係個老婆同你講，哎呀，我而家要去揾工啊，因為老公俾人 cut 咗一半以上嘅人工。
Or maybe they want the kids to go to private schools and they can't afford it.
或者佢同你分享，哎呀，我想個小朋友讀私校，但係又好似唔夠錢實，唔夠錢喎。
Or maybe everything is good.
或者咧，可能佢乜嘢都冇嘅。
There's nothing wrong.
或者咦，乜嘢都唔需要嘅。
At least on this visit, while you're talking to this person, there's nothing wrong yet.
但係留意喎，可能係第一次你哋關係未夠深，你覺得你未發掘到佢一啲棘住佢嘅地方啫喎。
You move on to the O, the occupation.
家庭冇棘住佢，咁你咪去第二個咯，我哋揾佢嘅工作啦。
You know, how's work going?
咦，你嘅工作又點啊？
How's your job?
咦，你嘅工作每日係點㗎？
Are you still teaching?
喂，你係咪仲教緊書啊？
You still work at the police department?
定係你而家仲喺做緊個差人啊？
How's your acupuncture studio doing?
咦，你而家做緊嗰個針灸室點啊？
You know, and they'll start to tell you about it.
跟住佢就會同你分享啦。
Good and bad.
通常又係啦，先分享好嘢，後分享一啲衰嘢。
And maybe they tell you, you know what? I want to move it. We need a bigger office now because we have more patients now than we've ever seen before.
或者佢會同你分享，哇，生意最近非常之犀利，我而家需要擴充，我要揾個大啲嘅鋪頭。
But you know that's expensive.
但係咧，佢又同你講，哇，都好貴喎租金。
And I don't really know if I can afford to expand yet.
跟住佢就同你講，唉，都唔知負擔得起啦。
Wow, I know a solution for that.
跟住咧，我又記低啦，可能我有一個方案。
Make a mental note. Right, and maybe they tell you about what I told you earlier about how they lost their job or that they had to go get a second job to help support the family because their pay has been cut.
或者佢同你分享，哎呀，啱啱失業啊，或者係佢同你分享佢啱啱俾人 cut 咗一半嘅人工啊，咁你又要留意啦。
Or maybe everything is good.
或者又去到呢度，佢又覺得乜嘢都係好嘅。
At least for now.
都係啦，可能都係因為關係未夠深。
If things are good now, don't worry. One day, life gets in the way, and sometimes things get bad. And at that point, you can identify a motive later.
咁未揾到一個動機喎嘅呢個人，暫時所有嘢都係好嘅喎。咁你又可以記低，可能而家係好啫，將來唔知㗎嘛好多嘢。
Yeah. And let's just say Now you get on. Now you move on to the R, recreation. What they like to do for fun. What have they been doing with their family lately?
咁工作揾唔到激進嘅地方，我哋再揾個 R 啦。啊，究竟佢中意玩啲咩㗎？佢中意有啲咩嗜好啊
？Maybe they like going to concerts, or they like taking their kids to the water to go on take the boat out, or
可能佢係中意睇一啲演唱會啦，或者係好中意帶啲小朋友去啲水上活動嘅。
Maybe that they haven't been on vacation lately because they haven't had enough money to do that yet. And they really want a vacation, but they haven't had time.
或者佢同你分享，哎呀，我最近好想去旅行啊，但係又冇錢，或者我好想去旅行啊，但係又冇時間。
You can make a mental note because you know a business they can get involved in a vacation for free with their families.
因為咧呢度咧即時又可以攞一個記號咧個腦度，因為點解？Monavie背後有非常之豐富嘅旅遊獎賞啊！
Maybe you've identified something that they like to do as a family that you and your family like to do too, and now you can schedule another time to maybe do it together and build the relationship more next time.
或者咧，你留意到，咦，原來你嘅家人同佢嘅家人有共同嘅興趣喎，又係中意玩水上活動喎，咁你就可以諗，下一次不如一家人一齊去做呢個水上活動。
This is a relationship. The stronger relationships you make outside, the more likely you are to get them to want to do something with you in business.
咁呢個就叫關係建立啦。你同嗰個人嘅關係建立得越深，你之後同佢喺呢盤生意嘅關係就會越穩固。
And sooner or later, as you start to spend more time with these people, you're going to be able to move on to the M.
而咧，你同呢個人嘅關係建立得越深咧，你就可以去到最後啦，去到 M 啦，揾佢嘅動機。
You're going to be able to say, hey, I remember the last time we met, you told me that your husband had a significant cut in pay at work.
咁而咧喺呢一次嘅邀約嘅時候咧，你可以同佢溝通得深入啲啦。記唔記得上次你同我講話你個老公俾人哋 cut 咗一半以上嘅人工喎。
And now he has to either go get a second job, or you're going to have to maybe go work and spend less time with the kids.
咦，一係就佢可能要揾新工，一係就你唔夠時間陪小朋友，因為你都要揾工喎。
A friend had just introduced me to this business that he or she does part time, and I think he'd be great at it.
咁而跟住你就帶出啦，最近有個朋友同我分享咗一個新嘅一個生意啦，咁我覺得咦應該好適合你，因為可以 part time 去經營嘅。
Part time business that you can do on your own time and be able to spend still the same amount of time with your kids, but I know that it can help you with this problem you and your family have. 咁而咧點解適合咧？因為係 part time 去經營嘅，你絕對有足夠時間去照顧你嘅小朋友啦，有足夠時間揾到金錢啦，咁而係唔會影響你嘅家庭嘅。 So now you're coming to these people and you're offering them help because you've identified a problem with them.
而你嘅位置咧就好似出現喺呢個人面前，俾將 Monavie 引薦俾佢，而解決佢生命裏邊一啲問題。
You're not trying to push them into a business. You're not trying to beg them to do a business with you. You're not trying to sell them anything. You've only told them about Monavie because they told you about a problem they had.
你諗下喎，其實你嘅出現係從來冇 sell 過任何關於 Monavie 嘅嘢，你又冇逼佢去加入會，而你做嘅就係出現喺佢面前，解決佢人生嘅一啲困擾。
You remember you told me about how you wanted to take your family on a vacation, and that you hadn't had time to, and you didn't really have the money to, but you really want to take your kids and your wife on a nice vacation.
或者咧，你可以同喺呢個旅遊呢邊切入啦。記唔記得上次你同我講，你好想同啲仔女去旅行，又唔夠錢，又唔夠時間啊？
A friend of mine just introduced me to this business that you can work part-time, you can make incredible income, and they send you on free vacations every year.
跟住你就分享啦，最近有個朋友同我分享一盤新嘅生意，可以令到你用 part-time 嘅時間經營啦，又揾到錢啦，又可以有非常之豐富嘅旅遊獎賞嘅。
Wouldn't it be great if this company could give you those vacations that you've been looking for?
會唔會非常之好咧？你了解多啲咧？如果呢間公司可以俾到你所有你夢寐以求嘅一啲旅遊。
You remember the other day when we were talking about your job, and I asked you if you think that you can get everything that you've ever wanted out of what you do for a living today, and you told me no? 又或者去到工作範疇啦，你就講點解上次我同你講有機會有個平台可以令到你所有願望都實現晒嘅，但係你拒絕我㗎，記唔記得第一次？ You know, a friend told me about this incredible business that I know can do those things for you. That can actually give you what you wanted. 而最近我呢個朋友又同我分享啦。旅遊啊、工作啊、錢啊，全部都可以俾到你嘅，你想要嘅都可以俾到你嘅，你會想了解多啲嘅。 You know, and most of these people are going to say, well, what is it?
所以跟住咧，通常啲人嘅回應就係咩嚟㗎
？No, I'm glad you asked.
跟住你就回應啦，好，哇 ，OK 喎，你即刻問。
You know, this Thursday I'm going to go hear more about the opportunity, but in the meantime, I'm going to send you a link to watch. It'll take you about 5 or 10 minutes. 好開心啦！你有興趣咁嚟緊呢個禮拜四咧，我會有個説明會嘅。不過喺呢個禮拜四之前咧，我首先用 email 去俾一條 link 你去睇先。It'll give you a brief introduction to what the business is about, and on Thursday we can go together and look at it. 咁呢條 link 咧會話到俾你聽，究竟呢一個平台背後有啲咩係關於啲乜嘢啦。
而你睇星期四之前，你可以首先了解咗少少先嘅。
And then you give me your opinion because I respect your opinion, and I'll give you my opinion on the business.
咁我想你睇完之後咧，就俾翻少少意見啦、評語我啦，因為我都希望你都支持下我啦，俾尊重我呢一個平台啦，俾多啲意見我啦。
Very easy.
咁其實非常之簡單。
You can say, remember you told me about how your back was hurting, or how your mother-in-law, has been in the worst of health lately.
又或者你可以講記唔記得上次你講你媽病得好犀利啊，同埋你個背部好似好多痛症啊。
It was crazy you said that because a friend just shared a product with me the other day that was amazing.
好彩你有同我分享㗎，因為我啱啱聽到個朋友講有一隻嘢可以幫到你嘅痛症㗎。
It's made me feel better. It's made me sleep better. And I know that it can help fix all those problems that your mother-in-law is having.
佢介紹俾我之後，我試過，哇！真係我啲痛症又少咗喎，所以可能都應該幫到你。
Hey, I'm gonna see my friend tomorrow night. And I'll get the product from her, and you can just buy a bottle off of her. And if it works, then you need to do it, and I can show you more about the product.
喂，啱啦！聽日我就約咗介紹呢個產品俾我嘅朋友，咁你可以咧，我約埋你一齊去見佢，你可以買一支咧喺佢身上去試下，如果真係得嘅，買埋俾你阿媽試。
This product is from a huge company. It actually just launched in Hong Kong last year.